Radio. It's fun. Let's go. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the best in entertainment and sports. Let's go. Let's go. And that's all, folks. It's Elegbete TV Radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbete TV Radio.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV Radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen.
All right, my people, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthew. So you love to come in the Elegbete One Sports. Yeah, it's just a lovely Wednesday morning. I don't know whether you are feeling good or you're feeling bad, but if you're an Arsenal fan, there is a reason to be happy. Yes, we now know the real world-class player in Arsenal team is Bukayo Saka. Yes, his name is Martin Odegaard. He's in Norwegian. While one Norwegian at the Arsenal team is doing signs and wonder, giving penetration pass and rolling pass and smooshing and penetrating with the ball, there's another Norwegian in Manchester City. Even though he's got 2 goals, but he went to bed very, very sad and angry. That's the one that was asking Mikel Arteta a couple of weeks ago to humble himself. He's eating humble pie right now because Man City have got 6 games without a win. Man City became the first team in the Champions League to have gotten a 3-goal lead past 70th minute and still end up not winning the game. Yeah, some time ago, a player scored 4 goals in a game, but he ended up on the drawing side. His name was Andrea Shavin, and they say it's Arsenal disease. Yes, another time again, Arsene Wenger took a 4-goal lead against Newcastle United, but somehow they couldn't hold it as the game ended for 4. Sheikh scored a wonderful goal on that game. Well, last night we saw everything that could go wrong. Yes, in the best way. I've seen the movie Olympus Has Fallen. I've seen White Hart Down. I've seen London Has Fallen. I've seen Angel Has Fallen. But I've also seen Paris Has Fallen. Right now, Olympus Has Fallen. Well, it's Pep Guardiola's Olympus and Manchester City's Olympus that has fallen. Oh, the way Man City have fallen this time around, falling from the perch of glory, their glorious height, and to the lowest of low. It's like Lucifer falling and becoming devil. That's the greatest mystery of the universe that I've never been able to understand. Yes, because even the Bible says that the blessings of God are without repentance. Meaning that if God bless you cannot take it back. That's how good God is, but God, Lucifer, all of a sudden became devil. Somebody's not been able to explain that to me. Every pastor that I've asked has fumbled. 2 questions from the Bible that nobody's been able to answer. Yes, they say we all came from Adam and Eve. Where did the people of Nod come from? Yeah, they've not been able to answer that question. So right now, we're also dealing with a question that we can never answer. Yes, they say Pep Guardiola is a magician. The guy can turn anybody into a great player. Until the real need to turn, decent players into great players, and Manchester City are suffering. Truly must come down. Yes, Albert Einstein came with relativity theory. Some other people came with displacement theory. Some people came with the law of lift. That's why we have airplane. And now we have Pep Guardiola's theory. Oh, the Pep Guardiola story. Don't be a Pep Guardiola. Yes, after winning 4 straight titles, don't be a Pep Guardiola. After going the season unbeaten, don't be an Arsene Wenger. Yes, after winning 13 titles, don't be a Manchester United. Okay, so we now have the Pep Guardiola problem. Oh my God. How do you take a 3-goal lead? You have to explain that to me. Jose Mourinho will be sitting somewhere and be saying to himself, this can never happen to me, This can never happen to me. Take a 3-goal lead. Jack Grealish, Mumu player, in a hurry to play free kick at 3-1. What is wrong with you? Are you so stupid that you don't know when you're falling? Are you so stupid, so sick that you don't understand that things are going wrong? You have to hold on to the ball. You have to, you have to do game management. Are you so arrogant that you don't know how to do game management? That goalkeeper, Edison. Yesterday I pick you. Above some of that goalkeeper. Edison, you fall my hand. What a way to go in the words of Murphy Chamber. You fall my hand. I'm small something. I know today's not Friday, but I need to speak pidgin English. Oh, my Benin sub-grandmother says, Odamegbe. Oh, the woman said to try with that lead, the Odamegbe. No best Igbonosa could come and tell me that that's not how to say it, but if you're a Benin person, that's how I want to say it. Allow me for poetic license, because football, they say football have left Pep Guardiola. Is it true that football have left Pep Guardiola? But if you're not a fan, that game was so sweet. It was sweet, almost sweeter than Henry Moru's grilled plantain and bully and turkey and catfish and chicken and Titus fish and then the sauce. So good. Shakabala sotorobro sakada. When you eat that sauce, the Holy Spirit will come upon you. Yes, when you eat that umoru sauce and his bully and turkey or fish or catfish, you will speak in other tongues. Yes, you say when the captain from the Bible of football, but we will miss it with the Bible of the gospel. Yes, because I don't understand. Arsenal have not won away on the road since forever. Scored only one goal on the road in the last 5 games, but yesterday they scored 5 goals. They equaled their best results. That was against Inter Milan, where Thierry Henry scored a hat-trick so many years ago. 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it was sweet. It was beautiful. Do you know that Celtic, there's a possibility that Celtic might go above some teams tonight if they win. Oh, but Aston Villa are playing against Juventus. Juventus, the exponent of draw. Remember when they signed Thiago Motta, I said, can Thiago Motta perform the same thing he did with Bologna? Yeah, well, we talked about it on the Views from the Stand. My brother, my friend, my former teammate, Daniele Canepa, we talked about it. But right now, this is how the table look. Oh, for those of you who were mocking Barcelona when they lost their first game in the season. Yes, Liverpool are still in top position, but when they lose tonight against Real Madrid, the story might change a bit, but for now they're in third position. But Inter Milan at top of the pile, Barcelona second. These are 2 previous winners. Liverpool at third, another previous winner. But then there is a team who's never won it before. Who's there? Atalanta in 4th position. 3 wins and 2 draws put them in that position. Liverpool have got 4 straight. Oh God, they've got ace of spade. Liverpool is the team right now. They're most informed team in Europe. They are the top of the Premier League. They are third in the Champions League. They could also win, but then they're playing against Real Madrid. With Real Madrid, you don't bet against them. Wisdom is profitable to the red. Well, Leverkusen have seen all type of result this season: 3 wins, 1 draw, and a loss, but they are in 5th. Monaco, yes, Monaco. Play 4 games, but they're in 6th position. Arsenal in 7th. They stand the chance of getting knocked out of the top 8, but they are there. Sporting was second at the start of the evening, but then at the end of the evening they've gone to 8, so they are still good there. But I would have believed that Arsenal will score 5 goals against Sporting. Jesus Christ of Nazareth! I was just hoping for a draw, probably just get 1 goal. 1-0 win and it's okay, but Arsenal decided to surprise everybody. Christmas came early for Arsenal fans. Well, breast. Oh, the breast of Shiba. Yes, even in CBS, they were talking about breast. And they have to put Michael Richard, Big Mix in quarantine. And what's it called? Boniface was talking about 2 big breasts. Thierry Henry was talking about big breasts or small breasts, so that Kit Scott doesn't feel bad because she's got Agbalamo. Oh God, football is sweet. With football, you can take it anywhere. I've always said that the thing I love about football is that you can take it anywhere. You can take it to the church, you can take it to the Abelis, you can take it to the street, you can take it to the mosque, you can even take it to the brothel. That's what football does for you. Football is sweet. Don't want to score the beautiful game. Not the handsome game, the beautiful game. I cannot use your brain to understand that. Well, Bayern Munich, they may have won yesterday, but they're not in top 8. They are not in the number. When the roll is called up yonder, they are not there yet. Borussia Dortmund, they might go to the top 8 if they win. They will get to 12 points. So they can, if they win, they can get there. And it does look like they might win anyway. But let's enjoy your thoughts from the games that went down yesterday. What do you think? What do you see? How do you feel about the games that went down yesterday? What were your expectations met or they were not met? Let me know from you what you think about the games that went down yesterday in the UEFA Champions League and any other thing that you think. Arsenal have already set themselves up for the match against West Ham, but don't forget, West Ham, they beat Newcastle Monday night, 2-0. So don't wake up and start thinking, Arsenal is a done deal. It's going to be easy. No, nothing is going to be easy from now on. To the end of the season, nothing is going to be easy. The good thing is the one team that could accelerate and leave everybody behind for dead are struggling, so it makes it easy. But you look at the Man City struggle and you say to yourself, this is not really struggle. This is not really struggle. If any other team is in second position, if any other team is in second position on the log, they will be feeling comfortable. Only Man City can be in second position on the log and be feeling bad. Only Man City can be in the position where they are in right now and be feeling bad. They are still 15th. It means that they can still qualify for the Champions League knockout round. It means that they just go and play playoff. That's just what it is. But people don't get it. People just look at it and say, they are out of the Champions League. I don't know what they're saying anyway. But Paris Saint-Germain, they say we need Mbappe when we have all players that we have. Well, Dembele showed them what Dembele can do. 25 to number 36. Paris Saint-Germain look like the biggest club. It's a big fish in a small pond, but then there's RB Leipzig also there. There is Shakhtar Donetsk, who is a regular club. I think I like this pattern of the Champions League. I love this one. This one is sweet, because there's no you are home and we play draw, I will play dirty football, play negative football, or play dark arch, and I'll go to my home, I will use referee and everything to win you. Oh boy, you got to fight too. You got to fight. The opponents are always different and there's no second chance. You got to fight. You got to play. But PSV, how did PSV come from 3 goals down to equalize against Manchester City? Something's really not right. Real Madrid needs a win, but even if they get the win, they are not going to jump into the top 8 like that. They might, but it depended on all other teams' result because as it is right now, they can't even get in because what to do? They get a win, they'll be 9 points. Okay, they are 6 points right now. It won't take them to 9 points. But then, did you guys see Atletico Madrid play yesterday? Woo. That team, there's a player in Atletico Madrid. He doesn't age. He's been playing since forever, since Maradona time. He's been playing till now. Koke has been playing with cocaine. Yeah, this nigga has been playing since forever. Wow. Well, there is when you look at the Champions League, there's something that always get me thinking. There are 4 teams in the Champions League that have not lost this season. Monaco have not lost this season. Atalanta have not lost this season. Liverpool have not lost this season. Inter Milan have also not lost this season in the Champions League. 5 games played so far. So when you look at these teams, you need to show them some respect. You need to look at them with a bit of respect and say to yourself, yeah, you guys deserve some, top position. Where you are right now, you deserve it because you are that good. Well, let's go into other things that have been put together. Timothy Daimbo has really set us up with some very, very good interview in the news packaging side, and I feel very good because I can't find his voice again because Martin Odegaard is back on the team. Wow. I've got some members who are putting up their membership. Thank you very much, Booker Shine, for that one. You upgrade your membership from bronze to silver. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But let's see the guys who are on the news segment today. Let's see what they've got to say. Barcelona forward. Yes, the Polish man, the guy that used to polish a shoe, the Polish striker, Robert Lewandowski. He made history on match day 5 of the UEFA Champions League, becoming only the 3rd player to surpass the 100 goals in the competition. The Polish striker netted twice in Barcelona's 3-0 victory over Brest. Yes, Brest, the Brest of Shiba. Yeah, bringing his total to 101. Yes, goal scoring 101. Lewandowski now sits 3rd in the all-time Champions League scorers list, trailing only Lionel Messi in 2nd and Cristiano Ronaldo in 1st. Speaking to CBS Sports, Golazo UCL night crew after the match, Lewandowski expressed pride in achieving the milestone, saying he is proud of himself to have achieved that feat. Wow, that's a very good one, Robert Lewandowski. Let's hear from you.
Doing very well, after 2 goals, next win in the Champions League, and this amazing count that 100 and 101 goals in Champions League makes me very proud. That for me, to be close with these big 2 names in the football history is like, I'm trying to do my best. Of course, it's difficult to catch them, but, to be very close. So sometimes even over them is like, you have to dream always. And I didn't believe that I can be scoring like more than 100 goals in Champions League. And today I'm here, so I can be proud for myself and also for the team, because I'm very happy that how we're playing, and also how many goals we're scoring with so many young players in the team. So sometimes I feel like teenager in this club, so it makes me even more stronger sometimes.
Elegbete TV Radio, we dare to lead.
Yes, we dare to lead, and just said the way Arsenal dare to lead, but the results were very, very surprising for me. Let's go back again to yesterday and look at all the matches and all the results. Slovan Bratislava played against AC Milan. I think AC Milan were very sloppy, even though they get to win it. 2 quick goals from Rafael and Tammy Abraham made it 3-2, but I think that's a game that they should have won convincingly and comfortably. But hey, it is football. Sometimes it doesn't go according to script. But Atletico Madrid read the memo and they understood what the job is, what the assignment is, and how to make sure it's a job well done. And it was Atletico Madrid 6 away from home against Sparta Prague. Barcelona at home was squeezing and smooshing and touching breasts, and they got in the mood and they penetrated and scored 3. This was a triplet that they put in the net. Okay, Barcelona 3, Brest 0. Bayer Leverkusen were too hot for Salzburg beer. They were too hot. The German beer was better than Austrian beer as to beat the Austrian club Salzburg 5-0. But Bayern Munich said, we need 3 points more than we need goals. Last time we scored too many goals, we went after that and started losing. No, we don't want to do that anymore. So they scored 1 goal, and it was all they needed to do because Vincent Kompany brought his defensive solidity to this team. Paris Saint-Germain ended up picking up a red card through Ousmane Dembele. But then Inter Milan showed everybody that you can be winning 1-0 in every single game and be successful, because they beat RB Leipzig 1-0. They're sitting very, very comfortable at the top of the group. Just 2 more games and everybody's okay. For some teams, of 1 more game for everybody and everybody's okay. So Arsenal play their next game at home, and then we'll see how that goes. But let's look at it from this angle. You have Manchester City, who at the talk of the town. Before this game, they had lost 5 straight games in our competition, and you expect that PSV are not really that fantastic. They're not really solid. They could do something in this game. Well, they couldn't. They scored 3 goals, and you say, okay, Man City are back. They're back. And PSV. And it's Slot called the coach, say, these people are the people that we want to play. My team want to play. After all that I did for you, you just open your yanch and let them just be doing this to you. Well, PSV said, okay, you know what, coach, for what you've done for us, let's do you a favor. Let's show you again that they are, fair enough. Say no, that they are not as strong as they think. And then they scored 3 goals. Now, Man City are going to go to Liverpool, not having the confidence, but I still think that they'll beat Liverpool. Sporting had not lost, in 90 minutes is forever. Last time they lost was against Atalanta. Last time they lost was, the Super Cup game in Portugal at extra time. They've not considered 5 goals in forever, but Arsenal showed up. Arsenal have also not won away from home in forever. Also not scoring goals away from home. Really not showing their attitude. Not really showing that they've got the thunder. Somebody's stolen the thunder of Zeus from Arsenal, and felt like they're not really getting in their mojo. But in this game, everything just worked well. That cautious play that we don't want to spoil it, we don't want to be in trouble. Well, Odegaard came in and said, you know what, let's go. Fortune favors the brave. You don't buy the lottery ticket, you don't win the lottery. You don't shoot, you don't score. And he was just there orchestrating. He was playing. I felt he was having his Fabregas moment. He was passing left, right, from back and center, and everything was just going well. Oh, you're on Timber, the triangle between between you and Timber, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka. Oh, Bukayo Saka showed some word, but it's not in the class. Yes, just showed some word. Oh my word. Yes, it was oh my word kind of player, but not a world class player. Yeah. But it was just that good. And the Arsenal fans like me were smiling or watching the game. Oh, God bless IPTV. You know, I could switch from one place to the other, just go like, hey, I've seen this one, I've seen this one. Oh, come back. I was just having fun, but it was sweet to watch. See, Arsenal scored 5 goals away from home. Yay. West Ham beware. Young boys were really young as Atalanta. Atalanta are mean. Forget that they lost to Arsenal. Atalanta are not friendly at all. The game had not started. 9 minutes into the game, it was 1-0. And then next thing, it was 1-1. And it was, okay, this game is going to be balanced. Yes, Matteo Ratego scored first. And then Gamvola equalized. And then you say, okay, it's okay. Before you know, the Catalan made it 2-1. And then Kolasinac, you know Said now. Said Oshupa, yes, Kolasinac, the bodyguard of Metuzzi, the tank that couldn't play at Arsenal, where he made it 3-1. And then Matteo Ratego made it 4-1. At that point, you could say, okay, it's okay. The Catalan said, no, you can't score 2 and I'm not scoring 2. And he made it 5-1. Jesus Christ, that should have been enough. But Salman Zik also said, you know what, this is the day that the Lord has made. And lesser shot, Salman Zik also made it 6-1. And that's the story of the night. 40 goals on match day 1. It means that there's not going to be plenty of goals today. That's what it means. If you look at the UEFA Champions League, this new format, one day where they score plenty of goals, the next day there's not going to be plenty of goals. So I'm worried for a lot of teams today. The fixtures, Red Star Belgrade are playing against Stuttgart at home. Stormgrass are playing against Girona. Aston Villa playing against Juventus. Aston Villa have not really been having it so good this time, but Juventus are also not so good. Bologna are playing against Lyon. Celtic playing against Club Brugge. If they win that game, they just might leapfrog a lot of teams in that group. Zagreb are playing against Dortmund. Dortmund needs to win this one. Liverpool are playing at Anfield against Real Madrid. Real Madrid are not in the best element, but it does look like it's a possibility they might be Liverpool. Liverpool wins also, it keeps them, they are already qualified. Nothing is going to bring them down again. Monaco are playing against Benfica, one of the teams that are also unbeaten in this competition. PSV Eindhoven are playing against Shakhtar Donetsk. That's the matches that you have. Well, in the UEFA Conference League, there is Basaksehir playing against I'm not supposed to be reading that one, but hey, it is what it is. Let's keep it going. Jude Odenigalo sending some message there. Thank you very much for watching, Mr. Man. Yeah, there is also the African CAF Confederations Cup. Simba of Tanzania will be playing against Bravos, the Maquis of Angola. Al Maziri of Egypt will be hosting Enyimba Football Club of Aba. Asec Mimosa of Ivory Coast. Yes, I once played against this team. We'll be playing against Jaraf of Senegal. Then you have Sia Safani of Tunisia playing against Constantine of Algeria. These are North African battles. Stade Malien, the Malian team will be playing against Stellenbosch of South Africa. Bakken of Morocco will be playing against Bakken Bullets of Morocco will be playing against Sidi Lunda Sui of Angola. USM Algiers, one very, very popular Algerian team, will be playing against an unknown Orapa United of Botswana. And then Zamalek of Egypt, as old as they are, yes, this as old as Pharaoh, the story of Pharaoh and Moses, will be playing against Black Bullets of Mozambique, Black Bulls of Mozambique, sorry. That's how it is in the CAF Confederations Cup, just in case somebody's going to say, you didn't mention the African competition. Well, there's a whole lot to go. Whatever your thought about the games yesterday, please put it in the comment section, because we're going to deal with all of them. Let's go back after the pride of Robert Lewandowski. Let's go to Bukayo Saka, who had a man of the match performance yesterday. Ooh, what's that player's name again? Put him on the floor. Jesus Christ. Sometimes some dribblings are not right. Yeah, Arsenal forward Bukayo Saka as he hits sights. As his sight set on both the UEFA Champions League, shut up, and the Premier League. Saka was named man of the match last night as Arsenal trashed Sporting Lisbon 5-1 at home in the UEFA Champions League, contributing a goal and an assist. Speaking to CBS Sports Golazo after the game, he said the team's target is to keep improving and growing stronger. At the end of the season, we'll be there to fight for all the biggest trophies, Saka stated. You won't believe that CBS actually offered me a job in 2014. And I turned it down because of loyalty. Stupid loyalty. Offered me a 6-month contract for starter, and I turned it down. But this is life. These things happen. You know, when you see these things happen, you just laugh. Like, it's one of those things. Just let it go. You know, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe the course of my life would have been different. The shape. Say how the bag that they gave me, some of the items that they gave me still here, but hey, one of those things you just see and you just laugh. You say, okay, This is life. You take a decision, you have to live by it and move on with your life. But let's hear from Bukayo Saka. Buki.
Yeah, we're just going to be a team that's going to go from strength to strength. We're going to keep improving. And yeah, at the end of the season, we're going to try and be there to fight for all the biggest trophies.
Elegbete TV Radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
Yes, so now we be with that. Yes, let's move from Bukayo Saka and go to the coach of Bukayo Saka, Mikel Shotman Arteta. Before last night game against Sporting Lisbon, Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta acknowledged the need for his team to improve, especially regarding their away form. Speaking at the pre-match press conference, Arteta emphasized the team's focus on getting better, and it should be on the pitch, as Arsenal delivered a statement performance, getting their biggest ever away win in the competition. The Gunners ended Sporting Lisbon impressive 18 months of beating home run with a dominant 5-1 victory. Speaking to Becky Ives of TNT Sports after the game, Arteta expressed his satisfaction with both the result and the way his team executed their game plan. We wanted to make a statement, he said, and indeed, statement be made.
Very happy, obviously. It's a big result against a big opponent. I think they haven't lost a game here in 18 months. And we wanted to make a statement, I felt really good energy, really good belief before the match. You have to put it into practice. I think the first half was exceptional. It gave us the platform to win the game, and a really positive and important win for us. Really clever, really intelligent, really efficient the way we attack them, and that's the way we put our advantage forward.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Oufama Demot et ce soir, je suis avec Elegbete sur Elegbete TV Radio.
Yes, it's a win. When you win, your presence is always sweet. Everything is nice. Your words flow well. But, you can go back and check Imama Mapakabo after Abia Warriors lost to Rivers United, and you will see, you'll be so shocked. Imama went from the result, the penalty, to when a woman wants to put to bed, whether you go through normal labor or induced labor. That was funny, but I had to call my guy and say, bro, what's going on? Are you studying some medical things, or is your wife pregnant? What's really going on? But hey, it is what it is. Let's move on to Pep Guardiola. I mean, somebody have a glass of water, please. Pep Guardiola needs a bottle of water. Right now, he needs a bottle of water. He needs a bottle of water because he can't swallow this pill. He can't swallow this tablet. Let's put it inside a bar for him, or mashed potato or something inside shawarma. Pep Guardiola needs something to swallow this one. This one is hard. Oh God, I don't know, but let's just come back and see how it goes. Some people want to hear about breasts. You want to hear about breasts? They say Timothy then was supposed to give us the breast talk. Okay, you will hear about breasts. Wish. Yes. Let's go to Pep Guardiola and see what he's got to say. Manchester City seem to end their 5 games winless streak as they cruise to a 3-0 lead against Feyenoord in the UEFA Champions League. However, the game took a shocking turn in the 75th minute. City conceded 3 goals within 14 minutes, allowing Feyenoord to fight back and secure a dramatic 3-3 draw at the Etihad. Woohoo! That's shocking, man. Coming against City, 75 minutes already secured 3-0 ahead. Okay. But also made them the first team in Champions League history to lead by 3 goals after the 75th minute and failed to win. Speaking at the post-match press conference, manager Pep Guardiola described the result as a difficult one to swallow. Somebody please bring plunger. Let's force it down his throat. Yes, because this is the kind of result he used to give to people, even worse than this. For the team, and the team can do is, and all the team can do is rest and prepare for Anfield. Okay, I know you win there, so that's a respite. But let's hear from Pep Guardiola.
I'll continue with the same, so it's not necessary to say anything to them. They know it perfectly. So 3 episodes, and they didn't allow us to win what we needed for many, many reasons, not just for the terms of qualification or get the points to go through, for many other reasons, and it's what it is. So difficult to swallow right now, and so the game was good. We score 3, we could score more, we do everything, but at the end we give away, especially the first one, and after we are not stable enough, to do it. And it's not about no run or the commitment or nothing as that. But football, you have to be in certain moments do it. And right now it's, the second goal, the second post, touch post, Eddie finishing the place when the player is there, and the last action, Jack, shoot, deflection, keeper, post, and go out. So in that situation, everything is like that. So, but yeah, improve. What can we do? So rest 1 or 2 days and prepare Anfield.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
There's one man who's trying to rub it off on the Liverpool fans, and I don't think that's the right way to go about it. The worst time ever to say such thing. You say, I'm still an Evertonian. I don't understand why he's saying that. Carlo Ancelotti, you're too old to play this type of mind game. First and foremost, when you sign for everything, you put a clause, an exit clause that says if a big club like Real Madrid comes, you will leave. Meaning that you're not really an Evertonian. But I chose this time to say it. Well, Real Madrid visit Anfield tonight in the UEFA Champions League as they set to meet again. The last time both teams faced off was in Paris 2022 in the UEFA Champions League final, where Madrid won 1-0. Speaking at yesterday's press conference, Carlo Ancelotti, the Don himself, who loves to smoke cigar after a win, who described the 2022 final as a derby for himself, said that it still feels the same as he is still an Evertonian, which means the feeling is still like a derby for him. Come on, shut up. Come on, get out of this place. Say rubbish.
I have a good memory of Everton, of course, but I consider Liverpool, as usual, with a lot of respect. It's a fantastic club, fantastic supporters, and so. But I'm still an Evertonian.
Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Elegbete TV Radio. It's fun.
Haven't you done enough? Haven't you done enough? Where is Evertonia coming in this conversation? I really don't know, but hey, it is what it is. So let's keep it going and see how it is. Today's show is about you guys. So let me not even put too much overdue on this one. Let's stay with you guys and enjoy your comments. Beautiful, beautiful comment. But you don't tell where person dash me money. I mean, this they don't put loss in they dash me money again. I don't know, Sha. Let's start with Henry Moru and the sauce. I wish I have money to do giveaway with your sauce. I could buy like 100. And I want to buy one. I want to buy 100. But I could buy like 100, Sha. Just do giveaway for some people. Just go and deliver the Santa. Deliver it like do a box, a Santa box. Wrap it, put a ribbon on it, and deliver it well. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. We'll do something like that. Don't worry. Anyway, say if you keep your business going and hopefully this channel numbers keep growing and then we keep making progress, those kind of things we should be able to do like Easter, Independence Day, Christmas, New Year. This is the kind of thing we're supposed to be able to do, right? I'm thinking about it, Shai. Something that we should be able to do. When I'm gonna help us, people subscribe to this channel, help this channel to grow. You will see the things we can do. We are 7 subscribers away from getting into 17,000. 3,007 subscribers away from getting to 20,000. Your choice. Help us, please get there. But thank you for the 3 new subscribers that we've had this morning and the more that are coming. Well, let's start with Henry Moore. He says, can we say for a fact that Arsenal made Sporting look ordinary? Yes, they did. It wasn't just the fact that some people said that it was a bad day in the office for Sporting. No, yes, they were missing one player in that midfield that could orchestrate play, but then that's football. It does happen, okay? And if you look at the way they played against Manchester City, a couple of before the international break, and then how they played yesterday, there's no difference in the way they played. But the fact that, when I talk about football tactics, I always say that the best thing first off will stop you from playing and then impose themselves on you. And that's exactly what Arsenal did yesterday. They stopped Sporting from playing, and it was Arsenal's moment. And in all of those moments, if you go back again and look at all the goals, the cross from Urian Timber for the first goal could have been deflected, could have been blocked in all that time. Positioning could be different for the second goal. Bukayo Saka could have stretched out his leg and not hit the ball, or probably the ball would hit the body of the goalkeeper. Like if you look, people look at the scoreline. If you didn't watch the game, you won't realize that twice Sporting hit the woodwork. Gyökeres was a menace. In the first half, he was shut down. But in the second half, he was a bit of a menace in pocket of spaces, in just small moments. But again, this is football. It's about who takes their chances and no go. Arsenal needed a statement performance. Okay, for Bayern, for instance, and Inter Milan, just 3 points was enough. But Arsenal needed a statement performance because, again, they needed to show up their goal difference. They also need to, take off that hood off their back. They've been dealing with a lot of setback, losing games. The confidence very low, and then injuries here and there. And it was good for the players' performances. Martin Odegaard's performance was good. Bukayo Saka have been, a yo-yo up and down. So playing very well and getting the man of the match was fantastic. Trossard coming off the bench again and scoring, and I think that's how it should be. If you like, he celebrates. If you like, he find a face like Macaulay Clive, acting like an entitled kid. That's his business. The most important thing is, for me, is that he is a squad player that scores. And Ethan Nwaneri, the fact that the team is not coming together, can they put up a run consistently? Because there's a big challenge. They played against a Sporting team that is not dying, that is good, that is on the up, and they are able to put up this type of performance. It was virtuoso for me. It was a flawless one, okay? Yes, they considered a goal, but it was a flawless one. And then you could go from there into something else. Now, the hope is no injuries. Even those that are injured come back. The team is fully ready. They are flying and ready to go. I think at the end of the day, you will not start, thinking, is Arsenal going to start that run that they started last January pretty early? If there are no injuries, it does look like it. But again, I need to see it over the next 5 games, because this could just be one day, one lucky day. Tomorrow again, they go weekend again, they go play against West Ham, and then they lose, and you're like, okay, they're not really back again, because West Ham now are, on the rise. Lopetegui is beginning to find his rhythm. You never can tell anything, but Arsenal were good. They made Sporting look ordinary. Yes, I agree with you. Tosi Lima, this says good morning, fans. Good morning to you. Good to be back here this morning. Indeed, Olympus has fallen. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola says, it seems I will take my words back on Man City defeating Liverpool come this week, and they will beat Liverpool. Chicks and Igwe say, good morning, sports fans. Someone should advise Rodri, Man City, and Pep to return the Ballon d'Or to the rightful owner, because they are ceased to be the City we know after the Ballon d'Or award to Rodri. Philip Honorode says, is this Honorode? Honorode, okay, maybe. Should Guardiola resign? Resign how now? Resign how? Where is the resignation coming from? In the Premier League, they are second. Will you resign if you're second on the log? They are 15th in the Champions League after 5 games. Yes, but hey, is there any part in the conversation where you will say, oh, a team in 15 who will still qualify, who have a chance of qualifying, they have a chance of winning any opposition that they can beat. So why would he want to resign? Why? What's the reason for the resignation? Okay, in this stage that they are in, there are still 3 more games in the group. Like, it's 8 games if I'm not mistaken, and they've played 5 games. So let's look at it from this angle, that City goes on to win their remaining 3 games. They pick up 9 points, so they could be on 17 points. It's dicey, but they could still make the top 8. That's what I'm saying. They could still make the top 8. They still have a chance of still qualifying, even in the bottom 16 or the bottom 24. Why should he resign? Is that how you resign? Is that how people resign? No, I don't think he should resign. He should be there and keep his job going. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says, good morning, boss. Fantastic intro. Thank you very much. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says, boss, it be like, say, you go rethink your Man City Liverpool. No, I'm not rethinking it. Let's come to the weekend. I'm holding on to it stubbornly. Cholo Rajide says, Baba, good morning. Odegaard wife, they cook for Martin Thomas. They shop the food. Our Rolls Royce defense made Gyökeres look ordinary, but it's mean. Victor isn't a good striker, but it mean? Are you trying to say, does it mean Victor isn't a good striker? I don't know if we watched the same game. But if we did watch the same game, you would have known that this was one of the off games. This guy scored 24 goals this season. You say he's not a good striker. It's hard not to be a good striker. So when Haaland goes a couple of games without scoring, does that make him a bad striker? Or when Harry Kane wasn't scoring, does that make him a bad striker? Or Lewandowski didn't score in 2 or 3 games, does that make him a bad striker? We're too quick to jump into that place. I don't think it is the right thing. So Olumajide says, we won't go, Amadio, I go ask elders to know how we go appease the gods on behalf of City. Of this matter is beyond Rodri injury. I think that people emphasize too much on Rodri. People forget that Ruben Dias is not that defense. He's a guy who brings leadership and stability. Yes, Rodri is the guy who controls the midfield, who is the metronome, who dictates the pace of play and give everybody the confidence to go forward because he is there to stabilize things and put a wedge or a bridge or an edge, in front of the defense and make sure that the opposition gallop when they get to his position. But then again, there is Ruben Dias who is a guy who captures anything that gets past Rodri. He's also not there. So they're missing quite a lot of players who are not playing in the team right now. I do understand the injury situation. Two seasons ago, Arsenal, were chasing the title, not like they were going to win it, but they were chasing it, and just one player got injured, William Saliba. And of the 10 games, they lost 5, drew 3 and won only 2 the last 10 games of the season. Okay, they were cruising and people said they bolted it. It was just one injured player. Now look at this team, they have quite a lot of injured players, right? So, and then even the ones that are back are not fully fit. They're just dragging them back. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Ike Gundogan is not in his full element. A lot of these players are not in their full element. So I can understand, but saying that it's just Rodri, I think it's giving too much credit to Rodri. I'm not saying. I mean, if you play 72 games, 75 games, and you've lost only 2 with that player, then everybody will put the spotlight on him and say, you know what, this is the guy that makes them thick. Obviously, I agree with that. But then there are also other elements that can show up the team that are also missing. So it's kind of like first option is out, second option is out, third option is out. You're not left with the crumbs and in sensitive position. So I can understand. Bukashari say, I'm so happy to be finally part of this only. Thank you very much. We are a lot more happy to have you be part of this family. Thank you very much. Peter Wanada say, well done, Bukashari Repair. That's how the family welcomes you. Olafat says, good morning, boss. Yesterday, we all thought City have done the job against Feyenoord, but it took 15 minutes for them to come back. It's not about who first starts, now who go fit last. Okay. Olafa said breast was exposed in Barcelona yesterday. What a day. Yes, they were exposed was Akimbola Larry said, boss, now fair enough, play City yesterday. Yes, I made a mistake, don't worry. And I think I've corrected myself. Olafa said there was traffic at the Manchester airport this morning. Fans are now returning to their original club because the wall of Guardiola has collapsed and the Legberes have turned Etihad to a shopping complex. Loa Adebowale say Baka really manhandle breast, the squeeze, the smoosh, the press, the bites, they cut all the nipples. They are bleeding right now. Okay, they need to get a suture to suture a surgeon to suture the nipples, the cuts out of the nipples. Okay, Landmayor says City on red zone. Yeah, cut up a red light district right now. Loa Adebowale says, did you see cuts on Pep's head and nose yesterday? Something definitely went down in that dressing room. I thought I was the only one that saw it, and so it was beginning to look like I was imagining things. But hey, I say somebody else. I've said it there. I saw it too. Precious anyone says, good morning, boss. I hope Eimba gets a good result today for El Mesri. God, but I hope so. I hope they do. I hope so too. Olafa say Al Ahly won 5-1 yesterday, and they are telling other teams to try again next season. Just a match they won, but the shocking result yesterday was Al Hilal on demand win at Young Africans. To me, that's not a shocking result. Al Hilal is a very solid team. You look at their recruitment, the players that they've got in their team, unless you're not checking them out, you will know that they are not a team that you can just say it's not a shock result. Al Hilal beats any team. I know that Young Africans have been popular, have been noisy. Yeah, I agree. There's a social media revolution with them, like Wrexham. But Al Hilal beating young Africans, sorry, it's not a shocking result for me. Lord Mayor said Pep used finger injured himself yesterday. Yes, Gabriel and Saliba turned Victor Gakores to a low-budget championship striker yesterday. Julian Timber was phenomenal yesterday. Ateta should go and get his twin brother Quinton Timber. Why? Please, let's stay with Julian Timber first. We're dealing with that injuries and it's enough. So let's not go and overdo it. But I think it was good yesterday. Again, what I saw yesterday is the fact that if Arsenal full players, having full complement of their players, they'll be a very difficult team to play against. And I like the fact that, I mean, one of my moments in the game was the shot by Marino. Okay? Mika Marino coming in, hitting that shot. And, when players come off the bench, you want to see them making impact in the game because it gives you confidence, and you also give them confidence that, okay, I'm part of this thing. I'm not just a luxury, and they're not just carrying me, but I've got a role to play, and I'm going to buckle up, I'm going to work hard and go. So you don't just go with the rhythm and like, I'm just there just to make up the numbers, but I have no value that I'm giving. So it's fine. Precious Edo said, time zone difference is a challenge for me with this UEFA Champions League. I only get to watch highlight most time. I can't objectively comment on any match. Oh, sorry about that one, Precious. Precious, you're out of Nigeria, right? Okay, that's true. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim says Gakores won't worry, but Gabriel and Saliba tell them, say, hold my beer. Nice game from Arsenal. I don't fall in love with Partey. He did deliver well this season. Yes, but I still want him to go by this summer. Please, they should get somebody in. The danger of extending him is the thing that we are now having with the Italian guy, wasn't it, Jorginho. It will become weaker, it will become slower, and we'll like, we have him, we can replace him. You know what we did with Emre Smith for like a couple of seasons, right? And then he started not delivering. So they should get somebody who's younger, somebody who's active, just like what Pep Guardiola did when he got Rodri, when Fernandinho was beginning to, fall off the perch. I'm not saying he's not doing well this season. It's not like, like Abab Aziz will say, I don't like him. I like him, but I'm saying that if we have the chance to flog him out, let him go, please. Okay. Akimbola Larry say, is it right to say Ruben Amorim left with his magic when he left Sporting Lisbon? Yesterday's performance was shambolic for Sporting Lisbon. I wouldn't say that. They also doing well in the league since he left them. What I would say is that Arsenal played a perfect game yesterday, or a near perfect game. It's still not perfect. A near perfect game yesterday. And that's the way I would put it. Again, Sporting were not bad. On the day they were not bad. They created chances. They could have taken it. Some of that day, this would have been a different story. Let's not be too hard on Sporting and forget the fact that, because when we start saying that, it means like, Arsenal is not really good. Arsenal was lucky. Arsenal wasn't lucky. They played the perfect game. When they needed to go forward, they were going forward. And that triangulated area on the right-hand side of Arsenal was the same area where Sporting really get their joy coming forward. So if you're not getting the ball, like Alex Ferguson said about Barcelona, if you don't get the ball, how do you play? What's the tactics? You go down and start kicking people and play off? No. You don't get the ball. The Arsenal kept the ball more. Arsenal were in position more. The transition were good, and in the key moments, Arsenal were up in the game. So it is hard to be too hard on. I don't want to be too hard on Sporting or saying Ruben Amorim left with his magic. No. Well, we'll see. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim said Timothy is supposed to give us that breast talk between the CBS guys now. Timothy Dembo, they're talking to you, not me. Olafat says the big brother of French Ligue 1 might not even qualify for the playoff with the way people are doing hit and pass on them. PSG life without Mbappe is looking like Ipswich stand in the UCL. Jerry Sampson, I'm sure you're going to ask one marriage question now. He said, I'm still searching for the interview you do it's not X54. Go to YouTube, type 54 Football X. You will see it. When you click it, when you click on 54 Football, subscribe to the channel anyway, and then click on live. Because some people are going to click on videos. It's on live because it was a live stream. So click on live, you would see it. It's the most recent live stream that they've had. So you can see it. Please shows the link. Demola Adonibai says Bayern and Inter only won 3 points yesterday. No paparazzi like Leverkusen, Arsenal, and Atletico Madrid. Bayern Leverkusen, Arsenal, and Atletico Madrid needed to prove points. Even with this win, they are not guaranteed places in the top 8. Okay. Arsenal might just be there now, but Arsenal look like a spot holder. If Bayer Leverkusen had not won and scored, so look at their goal difference, for instance, they have +6 now. Arsenal also have +6. So if you look at it, they needed that. With all the win, the 6-0 win, Atletico Madrid are still in 13th position. So it tells you a lot that they needed that. They've won 3, lost 2. So some people don't need it. Inter Milan, for as long as they get 3 points, they're good. 13 points out of 15 is a good one. Liverpool also might not need to win big if they can win one. Same with the others. But there are teams who needed that win, and they got the win the way they need it. Atletico Madrid might not have to go win some other games and then just keep it going. Olafat said, Pep. Where did I stop now? Sorry. Pep saying they should give him his players as if they kidnap his players. Why is he begging? He has a squad good enough to compete, so he should just go renew his Utumokmo from the witches of Spain. Jesus Christ. If I mean, that's not fair. That's not fair on Pep Guardiola. Well, Demola Abdel Ibrahim said Vini injury can be a blessing for Mbappe because he will be playing more on that left side for now. I just said that this morning to Bros Alibaba. I said, bros, I think that as much as Vini is not going to play, Mbappe will get the chance to run free. Jude Bellingham would also have the chance to run into that center. Liverpool had better be careful because it just might be different. But that's not the thing that is making Real Madrid struggle. I think, for me, this is my opinion, I might be wrong, is the exit of Toni Kroos and lack of replacement for him. But we will see how the game goes tonight. I'm going to watch that game. Thanks to my IPTV. My good internet. Oh God. Sometimes the country might be going bad, but there's something just make you happy. Right, let's go to this one. Alafa says a quick question, boss. If Arsenal has a fit squad, what will your starting 11 be like? My starting 11 will be Calafiori on the left, Timbers on the right. Yes, the two center back that are good, David Raya in goal, Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. I would play. Currently, it's going to be hard with Thomas Partey and the rest, but I would play a midfield of. It's a bit difficult to. It's a bit difficult to pick now how that will go between Declan Rice and Merino. Declan Rice and Merino. Declan Rice and Merino. Declan Rice and Merino. I think I go with Odegaard, Partey, and Rice for a start. Martinelli will always be on my left side. I love him. I will put Saka on the right side. Kai Havertz will still play in the center. So it's the team that played yesterday. I will play them. But Thomas Partey, I better play consistently well. If not, I'll take him out and bring in Merino, put Declan Rice in that center position. But I don't think Declan Rice have played very well this season, like we saw of him last season. But I mean, that's the way I will start my team. That's the way I think I'll be able to get the result that I need. But hey, we never know. You know, where did I stop? One quick question. Okay, Demola Abedibari says Sporting played well yesterday. If that was another team, they could have won that game. I agree with you. Bukashan says, well done, sir, for all you do. You're really an inspiration since the days I listened to you since with Femi Fachita. Oh, God, that's a long time. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for joining the members of this channel. Please, guys, help us push, help us grow. We really need it now. We need it like now is the time we need it. Before we jump into that Europe trip, if it is going to be possible, or before I get to AFCON, I want a numbers that is very good because it will help us get access to certain kind of interviews. You know, the way it is in the world today is numbers. And then again, the numbers go up, it will be easy to get sponsors. You know, when your numbers are big, it's easy to speak to sponsors and they would listen to you. It is the low numbers that is putting us in the struggle. But I mean, a lot of people have tried to keep this channel going. People like Bobby, people like Professor Roturigo, people like Edijala Ofoma. Unfortunately, the three of them are not here right now. Nasser Wuralafe, Habib Ayodeji, Henry Moru, a host of all these guys. Peter Wanode, Linda Ike, you probably would never see her on the live, but these are the people that have kept the channels going, and just wish that, for this effort, this hard work, all of these things that they do, our numbers could get to the point where the channel can now start sustaining itself on a monthly basis. It will be really, really good. Let me say, boss, you still believe this City will beat Liverpool on Sunday? Let's wait and say, yes, I do believe that. The current hit the woodwork in second half. That guy really worried Arsenal defense in the second half. I think so too. Let me say, boss, my yesterday question, tell us a brief history of one Roman Riquelme. Yeah, one Roman Riquelme for me was, you know that player that just comes in and you are thinking, oh, who would replace? Because they were looking for, what's it called? The next Maradona, right? They were looking for the next Maradona, and Ariel Ortega came in. I wouldn't say it wasn't good. But he didn't live up to the expectations. Now, this is what we wanted you to do. This is how you should play. He didn't play up to that. But then, when one Roman Riquelme came in, he was a different kind of guy. He was, from Boca Junior to coming out to Europe, playing, he went to Barcelona, not really good. Under Louis van Gaal, they had a small problem. And then remember, I was loaned to Villarreal, where he really, put up those performances that you see him play. When they lost to Arsenal in the Champions League, at that point, you say to yourself, man, this is not right. This shouldn't be like this. But it is what it is. They didn't really play too much, football in Europe. But the little time that he played, you said to yourself that this guy is, like, you could say he have the brain of a Johan Cruyff, but the body of an Argentine. It was fantastic in the way he played. I enjoyed his play. For me, I could compare him to Mohamed Aboutrika. Unfortunately, a lot of people, when you talk about Aboutrika, a lot of people don't see Aboutrika the way I see him. They don't rate him or put him in that position where you could say, yeah, Aboutrika is the best midfielder to ever come out of Africa. And people, just kind of like, oh, if he was that good, why didn't he go to Europe? So Juan Roman Riquelme is also that kind of player. If he was that good, why did he play only for Villarreal? He didn't play too well for Barcelona, and then he went back to Argentina. You see people who say that because they're not really football people. He's currently the president of the club, Boca Juniors, but I think he's football, not in the Messi mode, but he's that kind of player that could easily play right behind Messi and orchestrate play, make things work very, very well. I think if Juan Roman Riquelme was, for instance, in that 2014 World Cup squad and was a leading player in that team, maybe, just maybe, they would have, I don't know, Germany was very, very good, but I think that they just may have done something better. But he's a player. There are so many things about him. The way he plays, you can't use a word to describe him. Because it was one of those players who played football like he had the ball glued to his foot. It's a bit of a Boban, a bit of a Fabregas, a little bit sleeky like Andre Pello. He had a sense that not too many people had. A bit of all of the best players that played in the middle of the park. The Alexander De Piero, Andre Pello, Serge Fabregas, not the Rakitic. It's not really bust the rules kind of guy, but it was good. He could take you to the cleaners at any given time. He could, find a pass where nobody is seeing it. He could create something out of nothing. I love him. I always wish there was a time I was saying Arsenal should sign him, but Fishes and horses, the same beggars would ride. Unfortunately, Arsenal didn't sign him. We had the players that we had, so it's okay for us. A I stop now. So all of you say, I am saying, despite Saliba and Gabriel classy performance, doesn't mean Gyökeres is not a good striker. Okay, because when Kivior came in, a goal would have been scored by Gyökeres. I think he's a good player. I don't think he played badly yesterday. As people, I've seen a lot of comments online that, oh, is this a Gyökeres that they say Arsenal should go and sign? Even on TalkSport this morning, they were saying he's not met class defenders. That's why he's been scoring goals. He met the top class defenders yesterday. And I was like, are we saying that Oli Watkins is better than Gyökeres? Because Oli Watkins scored against these class defenders. So sometimes when it happens, you're like, oh, Arsenal were in their rhythm yesterday and they played well. But it doesn't make Gyökeres a bad player. I just think that yesterday was one of those days where things just didn't click for them. If those balls that hit the woodwork entered, it's a different story. So all about you to say, okay, I think I've read that one. Demola Benny says, Pep said he want to harm himself. He said those marks were from his nails. Okay. Sebastian Inede says a good performance from Arsenal yesterday. I enjoyed it. Alofat says Inter and Atlanta did me dirty yesterday. I captained Lookman and Thuram only for them. Okay, you are playing the UEFA fantasy. I don't even remember my EPL fantasy FPL again. So I've not checked it in forever. And then Lavuma says last night UCL was exciting, ups and down. This Man City matter, the village people decide to sit on this case, so they press put, but they will get up for Liverpool again. Angela Lavuma says good morning, the Legota TV crew. Man City still the people's state tier people ticket. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola says, what's your take on Florentino Perez press statement in respect of the Ballon d'Or and the UEFA linking up with the organizers as well as the Super League top? Well, he's entitled to his opinion, and he's a big man in the game. He's earned the right to say what he said. Now, this is something you need to understand. Florentino Perez knows what happens behind the scene. So when I see people commenting and attacking him, and I'm saying, this man knows how this award is done. The reason why people come to criticize it like this is that they know that this award was not done well. And Florentino Perez will not tell me that he has not bribed people to vote for Cristiano Ronaldo in the past against Messi. Or Barcelona will not say they've not bribed people to. So that's why when we talk about the Ballon d'Or, I always say that I can't use winning the Ballon d'Or to rate anybody. I've seen people win it that does not deserve it. I've seen some people who deserve it not win it. So it's not something. It's just, let's be very honest here. Why is the Ballon d'Or so special? It's because of all those contract clauses that they sign on it. And when you make all those contracts already, you sign a sponsorship deal, and the deal says you are entitled to an additional 10 million if your player wins the Ballon d'Or, and you're expecting it. So you can go and spend 2 to 3 million to bribe people and try to win it. Then when it doesn't come out, if you look at this, so if the man knows what he's saying, he's in the game, he's deep in the game, and he knows what he's saying, he knows what happened behind it. He knows that this award is not given on merit. Anybody who's trying to justify Rodri winning it and say this is on merit, I've seen enough to know that no award is given on merit. Everywhere, no award is given on merit. People get award because they pay for it, whether it's Grammy, whether it's Oscar, any award is not given on merit. People work behind the scenes. Sometimes it is who is behind you that makes you win the award, not because you put off a performance, but then there comes a who is pushing button, if you know what I mean. And so it's not a big deal. These are people who are just fighting dirty because things that they planned for didn't go the way they wanted to go. Engineer Ibrahim Abela says we are really looking at the monopoly of UEFA being broken anytime soon. Are we really looking at the monopoly of UEFA being broken anytime soon? Anything is possible. I don't think it's going to happen soon. I don't think it's going to happen because the English clubs have been bribed. Have been, put in a position where they are dancing to the tune of Seferin and his people. It's not going to happen anytime soon. And then, because of Brexit too, the British people will not really want to side with the Spanish now. They will not let it happen. Because again, the English are doing everything to make sure they are the dominant league in European football. Siding with the Spanish teams will keep that conversation going that the English league is a noisy league, but the Spanish league is the best league, which I do agree with. But hey, sometimes the man who makes more noise is more listened to than the man who have more quality. Okay, Shoni Kwakwayami says one interesting thing about Man City is that even in their worst moment, they still deliver 2.5 goals, whether winning or losing, which is good for the punting world. Okay, everybody have perspective. Everybody get where it is. So, Malushit na farmer manure. I say my mama talk that yo. Una don't say na Malushit na farmer manure. So if you look at from bad way, and you know what you see. And this says, see, Rafael, he has been misbehaving since last season. Coach they manage until he decide to bench the guy for like 4 games. Now Leao has been a different beast. He knows his position is at risk. I just pray that he continues to play like this. I don't like the boy. There's something about him that I just don't like. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but he doesn't even bring it to the party. Sometimes he just play like football doesn't matter, like he's just a kickabout. Let's just play and be dancing around. I think he's too old for that kind of stupidity. That's why I have a problem with him. And for me, the boy is crap. And people will come at me with this one, but I think it's crap. Amazing said one Roman requirement was a fantastic playmaker. Unfortunately, there is dearth of playmaker these days. I don't know why. I think it's the football world that is just changing the evolution of the game. I don't like it, but hey, it is what it is. Everybody want to play in a certain kind of way right now. Finally, on the show today, additional Lavuma says, but one of our guys, Chukwueze, just can't raise his game. That guy is not going to improve. His best is 1% game a season. Then he is average for like 20% games. Then the remaining 79% now below par and bench or injury. The truth is, people like Chukwueze, I always say this thing, and that's why I am very careful. I remember one time I said something when I was still in Brilla. We were having a meeting, and I said, they asked me, what kind of leader do you like? I said, I like a leader that is bold enough to employ somebody that can tell him, fuck you. Yeah, somebody who can tell the leader, fuck you, your ideas are crap. This is how it should be done. And stamp their foot on the ground. And people in Murphy's show, people say, you don't want to work in Nigeria. But that's the kind of guy that I am. And I work with people like that. When I take my team, I look at my team, tell me, oh God, no, we're not going to do it like this. And I just smile because that's what I want. I want people who will say, no, your idea is good, but this is rubbish by now. Yeah, and I would accept it if you can prove to me that what you're bringing is better. So when you look at most Nigerian players, that's the very first problem. If you go back and listen to one of Magic Johnson's interview, when he came out of school and went to the Lakers street, you've seen that documentary, so you should know. Okay, if you've not seen it, sorry. Sometimes I assume that everybody's watching what I'm watching. I'm sorry, my bad. That assumption is not right. But I saw it on Apple TV and it was nice. Okay, so the Lakers story. Now, one of the things that happened in the transition of his life, because you saw what Michael Jordan became, he also wanted to step up. And he went to do a lot of pitching to a lot of businesses. And everybody kept saying no to him. And one was, nice enough to call him and say, come, I'm not going to do business with you right now, but I need to ask you a few questions. Maybe the answers you give might make me do business with you, or would send you in a place where people will go from saying no to saying yes to you. And they ask him this question. They say, how do you rate yourself? Are you the best forward in basketball? He said, yes. So what type of lawyers do you have? Are they the best in their practice? He said, no. What type of agent do you have? Is your agent the best in his practice? In the practice? He said, no. The people who run your account people, your management, do you employ the best? He said, no. He was honest about it. And the guy said, you can't be the best, right? And then you have people here. It's not going to work because the idea, the frequency and vibration of the idea just move in this line. And this is where you are. So it doesn't get to you. Whether echolocation, whatever you use, it doesn't get to you. You need to bring people on this place so that you can see things together in the same way. Recently, me and Amaju were discussing something about my channel. And, we're just talking about, possibilities and the rest. And he said something to me that just stuck. He said, remember back in the day, we used to envy you because you were younger, but you were vibrant, you were going, and things may not have gone well, but I still respect you because you were one of those young men in Warri at the time who was visionary. Don't lose it. That's what I said. So don't lose it. It doesn't matter what you are right now, but the fact that thing that you have, just keep it going. And it makes sense to me, So if you look at the Nigerian players, most of them like the highest level of, if you go to national team, if you cover the national team, you will understand this thing. If you just go to the Super Eagles hotel, you see the when they come to town, the same set of people who come around them. And then when they negotiate, when you hear that the players are negotiating deals, are doing endorsement deals or sponsorship deal, the way they go to signing, the people they bring to the signing just tell you these guys are not ready. And if a Jorge Mendes is managing you, for instance, Jorge Mendes would be concerned about your brand, your social media, your training, your nutrition, your data, your statistics, and all. He would be very, very concerned because he needs you to be premium because that's what he sells. You cannot go and give Agbo to what's it called? This guy, Odogu, what's his name? Oh, this guy that said drink, that did his mother's burial, that was the talk of the town. Oh shit. Kubana, Obi Kubana. You cannot go and just give him any kind of Agbo to sell in his bar. It has to be premium. You cannot go to Quilos and be ordering for a shot of Agbo. You see, these are premium business. So when you go from your father's farm or your street life and you enter this high octane life, go back and read the David Beckham book, the David Beckham book himself. There's a place where he said, beyond the love and the marriage to Spice, Victoria, he said, Victoria, the failure of Spice Girls worked to his benefit because Victoria now knows what it means for a brand to fail. So she worked on the brand, the Beckham brand, with a team I experienced to take the brand from grand, not just to plane, that's the word, not just to the flight level, but to a rocket level. That's why it is, when people ask him, he played football with all these guys, how did he make this money? And these guys are not that rich, are not that successful. He said it's beyond playing football. It's the brand, positioning the brand, the people you have around you. So, for instance, if I have Barrister Ajekbo, who is a charge bail lawyer, and I want to get something maybe from the court or from a top judge, Barrister Ajekbo goes there, just take that name now, goes there, he can't even get past the clerk. But if I have a senior advocate, let's say Femi Falana, for instance, is my lawyer. There is alliance, there is relationship, there is connection, there is, when he comes in, the clerk will say, good morning, sir. He will walk straight. He could even call the judge and say, okay, no problem. So personality matters. When you are in that level, you need to up the ante. You need to change your team. You need to, analyze the market and say, you know what? I need people who push me to be better. I need people who tell me, force me to train when I don't want to train. I need people who tell me, hey, don't go and drink that beer, or don't go and smoke that tea, don't go and take this one, don't go and run around with that girl. Be on this track. But we don't have those kind of players. Unfortunately, we don't. And it's one of those things that no matter what you do, it's just what it is. There is nothing anybody can do about it. The Mulabel says like Liao, like Ian is worse. Olatuji man say, bros, you spoke on Madrid missing Cruz. Who will you advise they sign if you were the sporting director? And is it Madrid good enough to do what Cruz did last season? So the word is not good enough. Cruz and Madrid played together in the same team, but they complemented each other. So it's like saying, isn't Iniesta good enough to do what Xavi does? It is the combination of the two of them that produced the result. So the space that Cruz left is not a Modric space. Modric have his own space. There is a Cruz space that nobody is filling. In the market currently, I don't see too many. I don't say anybody, not too many, but I don't see anybody who's got the Cruz thing. I thought that Chumeni by now should have raised his game up. But I think that it's more like them Chukwueze too. It's more excited about playing in a big club, winning titles that he doesn't deserve, that his hard work does not earn. All of those things. And then Valverde, a few of the players in the team should have risen up the bar and be able to play them. Madrid is not a tea party. Go and ask Eden Hazard and a few other players that have gone. It's not a tea party. So you can be playing well for Man City or be playing well for Liverpool or be playing anywhere, and then you go to Madrid, you'll be shit. So it's hard to pick anybody, but it's one of those things where you say they would have to play the lottery. Okay, by playing the lottery means that they would have to look at the market and look for somebody who will come in and add value to the team. Because to be very, very honest, you don't look at the Madrid midfield and you say to yourself, "Oh, this player can just fit into that position." I like there's a player in Atlanta, Durun. I don't know. I like him the way he plays because he can stretch the ball, he can pass the ball, but sometimes they are comfortable in the zone where they are in. If you take him out of that space, he just might not be able to do it. So I don't have anybody in mind, Olatunji, but I think they would have to find that person. Collins, I'm not sure. I say, brother, can you post videos of your playing days? I don't have. So we can also evaluate. I have checked on YouTube, but cannot find any. If you need my video to evaluate my game, what does that really do for you? Let me start with that. To say I sabi play ball, I not sabi play ball. You are following me because I'm a football analyst. I think that's enough. And if you say, "Oh, I need videos to prove to you," would you also need Peter Drury's video to prove whether it's a bit? The reason why you look at me, it's not even if I can play. You see a lot of people who played very well who are analyzing football who are not doing well. So, what has their video or what has the video got to do with me doing my job? Because sometimes and I've heard a lot of people say these things. When I hear this, the first question I ask is, what do you want to evaluate? You are following me because I'm a football. You followed me in the last 20 years. This is 20 years on the job, 20 years and a few months because I'm a football analyst. You didn't follow me because I'm a footballer. So I don't know what you want to evaluate. If in 20 years it doesn't connect with you, you don't feel like, "Oh, this guy's really been good and consistent in doing this job," then fuck it. Even if I post me winning the World Cup, you will still say something because Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi play the best football anybody's seen in the world. People still have negative opinion about them. So it's not about my video. If you don't like my analysis, I mean that's your business, and it has nothing to do with my playing video. That's just the truth of the matter. It's the basic truth of the matter. If you, the only people who can give you opinion, because even if I put a video, it's going to be edited to the ones that suit me, right? The only people who can give you an opinion about my playing is those who watch me play. And I mean, you've heard quite a few people who talk about me play, people who wrote my stories when I played. And if those conversation doesn't fit in, he can sit in the bed. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola say, "We all thought Iheanacho would rejuvenate his footballing things going to Spain due to the type of philosophy in Spain. But alas, it's kind of funny is still as he is." I think that for the Spain thing, I'm not really a fan of Kelechi Iheanacho, but as an analyst, this is what I'm going to say. I think it is not a bad thing if we give him some time to bed in. It's not really easy. My only problem with Kelechi is that his body clock is so programmed to the not playing regularly, not needing to really up his game to play. And then he's not going to a team that don't compete for the league title, but want to always compete in European competition. So he needs to fit in. He needs to come in and deliver. Can he do it? But I'm willing to give him one full season, let him acclimatize to the new environment, fit into the system, and see how he goes from there. That's me. It doesn't mean you do not have the right to judge him or to call him out for it, but I think that I will be willing to. It doesn't mean one thing you cannot take away from Kelechi Iheanacho. Highly talented, like Rafael Leao and the rest of them, highly talented. Does he apply himself well enough? No. Does he put in the work that requires to come out? Okay, so I'm teaching my children farming. you know how to plant and all of that. And recently, uh, I told them that they were showing me a video on Instagram, and I said that this thing that you've seen will not work here because that was a green farm and we're planting in the open and the sun is very hot. Because they were telling me that no, you don't have to water tomato and pepper every single day. I said because that person you saw in their video is planting in the green farm and in an environment that the climate is calmer. You are here, the weather is very hot. These things need water to survive. You know, those kind of things. So environmental changes too can affect his game. So give him some time, let him fit into the full season, and then after that we can now wake up and say, okay, Kelechi has adjusted. It's not easy. People think it is easy to move from one place to the other. I talked about it about 2 days or so, on Monday. It's not that easy. It's not as smooth and easy as we say, but we will see how it goes, okay? Engineer Ibrahim said, what is wrong with Kelechi exactly? Laziness. From my close proximity observation, Kelechi is lazy. Football is the only thing Kelechi could have done and done well. That's the reason why he's playing football. Kelechi is not one of those people who love the football. If you see him, if you come to the national team, he doesn't do the fitness that every other person you see him walking around the field while other people are, this whole belief that I sabi play ball. And you see that happen all the time. Unfortunately, when it comes to the battle of the game, there's always going to be those 50-50 balls. There's going to be that one where you need to push yourself extra hard. But you've not mastered the act of pushing yourself extra hard in training, so it becomes a problem. And I think that's his problem. It's not like nobody can argue. I don't think there's anybody who can come and say Kelechi is not talented. I don't know anyone who can say that. And DJ Lafoma says that nobody in the market has Cruz skill in the market. I agree with you. They just have to create something different. They have been trying to create Cruz and Modric, recreate Cruz and Modric. I'm not sure that anybody's going to be able to do that. Because I wish to know that aspect of your playing days too. I want to know you as an analyst and a footballer. If you don't stay with what I have to say, I don't know. I mean, are you my stalker now? You're a man, or they do man. Do you want you want to know me? Try to know God like that, too. Well, that's the end. Once again, let's go over the fixtures for tonight. Quite a few games of big interest, but the Liverpool versus Real Madrid is the top of them all. Remember in Paris, that Champions League final that was very ugly. These two teams played and Real Madrid won 1-0. It wasn't that smooth. It wasn't that easy, but it was it. So, Rest Belgrade will play against Stuttgart, the early kickoff, and then you have Sturm playing against Girona. Both of those two games will happen by 6:45 p.m. Nigerian time, as the clock has been, adjusted in Europe. Aston Villa will play host to Juventus. This game would pick my fancy. I think I put it on one screen, and then I'll put the Liverpool Real Madrid in another screen. The reason why is that Aston Villa could go from top in the group and probably falling off the top 8 today. But then they could also bounce back and go from, so where they are on the table right now, they are in 12th. They win today, they get 12 points, and they could jump back into the top 4, top 5, depending on results in other places. But it's going to be interesting. And Juventus, not too far from there. They are in 7th. The highest they can get is 10th. So they might still not make it into the top 8, but I mean, we still have quite a few other games to play. So there is a whole lot on that one. So I'm going to put my eye on that one and see how they play. Bologna will play against Lille. Celtic will play against Club Brugge. This Celtic game is a bit of an interest for me as well. I might not watch it, but I have a touch screen, so I could also watch that one. They're 18th right now. They could only, if they win, they could only go as high as 10 points, but that would be very, very interesting. Honestly speaking, it would be very, very interesting to watch. Just want to put my eye on that one and see how they do. Okay, but the other games after the Celtic game, you have Zagreb playing against Dortmund, Liverpool playing against Real Madrid. That's my focus. Monaco playing against Benfica. I think Monaco will win that one. PSV Eindhoven playing against Shakhtar Donetsk. Some of the same team. I think the PSV will win as well. That's the games that will be played tonight in the UEFA Champions League. As it stands today, the top 8 teams in the group stage is Inter Milan in number 1, Barcelona number 2, Liverpool number 3, Atalanta with Ademola Lookman in number 4. Bayer Leverkusen have the 5th position. Monaco in number 6. Arsenal in number 7. Sporting, even though they lost 5-1 yesterday, they are still in number 8. And then from number 9, the Brest that was exposed yesterday are in number 9. Borussia Dortmund, who could jump into the top 8, in number 10. Bayern Munich, in number 11. Aston Villa number 12. Atletico Madrid number 13. And then you have AC Milan 14, Man City 15, Juventus 16, and then you can follow the rest like that. Having said that, that's all that we have today. Ekene, I don't understand you. You say 54 football with a question mark. What does that really mean? I don't know. Why? Maybe you guys are trying to get the 54 football X. YouTube channel. I don't know, maybe that's why you're putting that question mark, but let me just put it this way. 54 football 54 football X. I don't know why it's hard for people to type official 54 football X. That's so okay, so let me share the link and put it there for you guys to see. So that's the link. Let me say there is one Dutch midfielder I like in AC Milan. That's Tijani Reisner, very good player. Yeah, that's his name is Tijani. His father named him after Tijani Babangida. He's a good player, but sometimes I just think that his decision making, not all the time, but sometimes his decision making, he just gives the pass to. He's a young player anyway, he will grow. So there's something called the perfect pass. The perfect pass, the next best pass, and then the regular pass. So sometimes I think that he gives too much regular passes. That doesn't make him bad. It just gives too much regular passes. There are times where somebody is running, the channel is open, put the ball through, and then everybody will meet up with the guy eventually. But he just gives, okay, this guy is open here, this space is open, this is where I see, and gives the pass. That's what set players like Clarence Seedorf, all of the Zidanes, the Kevin De Bruyne when he's in his element, the Fabregas, the Ballack, the Steven Gerrard, Proscoles. That's what set them apart, because Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, they don't just give the pass. They give that perfect pass. And if he can do a few of those perfect passes, I think it'll be nice. Lord Mayor, the last one for the show today, says if Ademola don't move in the summer, he should work on his management seriously. I think he will move. I think after winning the African Footballer of the Year, I think this is my thinking. I might be wrong, but I think he will move, because the way Olise passes to, I think the way he plays, one, Atalanta would be very happy to see him move, because he's in the 70 to 100 million pounds or euro mark right now. His price tag. A club like Atalanta, as much as they love him, he's not going to win Serie A for them. He's not going to win the Champions League for them. He's won them UEFA Cup already. He's done his best. He's done his bit. If you get 100 million for that kind of a player, even if you get anything above 50 million, 60, 70, 80 million, you've done yourself a good one. So I think it would move, unless, like you said, if he doesn't have a good management. Because you need people to sit in the room. Look at what happened. Chelsea have a chance of signing Omorodio. All of a sudden, they signed João Felix. I still cannot understand that signing anyway. But hey, it is what it is. And Omorodio, again, another good thing was that he was able to move to a place where he's playing now and he's doing very well. I know that Chelsea will be looking and say, oh, we made a mistake on that one, but hey, it is just what I'm saying. I think that he will move, but let's hope that he have good management that can take care of him, that can, put him through the door, because again, they would also make good money. They would also benefit if he moves and things go well for them. Well, that's the size of the show today. It is 1 hour 28 minutes already on the clock, and we've done justice to everything that we need to do. Thank you very much to Timothy Daimbo. Thanks to everyone who's been part of the show. Thank you for everyone who's subscribed, who's added value, who's joined the membership, Bukashari Repairs, and every other person. My name is Edafi Matthews. You're going to love to call me the Elegbeta Sports. This has been the Sports Buffet on Elegbeta TV Radio. Have yourself a wonderful day. Like I always say, Don't be the problem, but the solution. If you can't fix it, don't stand in the way of those who are fixing it. Bye bye.